5 years from now, you will be able to touch through your phone. How can we make technology make us more aware? How can we use technology to make touch come to life? Within the next 5 years, the phone will be such a ubiquitous part of our everyday experience of understanding our world that we will be able to completely understand the sensation of touch through our phone. The phone will be able to help you to feel fabric. You'll be able to share the texture of a basket woven by a woman in a remote village halfway across the globe. So if you think about buying a shirt online, we can use different technologies like vibration, like being able to manage vibration through an understood lexicon of texture, to be able to use vibration to translate burlap versus linen versus silk, and how heavy or rough is the texture, the vibration as you stroke your finger across the face of the phone. The device becomes just as intuitive as we understand touch in any other form today.
In 5 years, computers will be able to not only look at images, but understand them. In cognitive computing, a computer is basically taught to understand photos by being given examples, and it basically learns to detect the patterns that matter. So it's basically the computer that's learning to make this discrimination. It's learning what the boundaries are. It's learning what matters most. So it could be for a beach scene, color is very important. However, for another kind of scene, like a downtown city scene, well, perhaps it's edge information, something completely different. Pictures and video have a lot of use in safety and security applications. So when an event may occur, it may be a severe storm, people can acquire photos today and share those in real time. And then this can be useful for raising alerts. It can help to guide emergency personnel. It can be very useful for sharing experiences that others can benefit from. In the future, the computer will be enormously powerful in fields like medicine. If we consider one case of dermatology, for example, and skin cancer, often it's too late when a patient will show up and already there's a melanoma. By having images, however, of patients which are scanned over time, a computer then could start to look for patterns, early predictors, situations where sometimes there's something which is precancerous, but a good indicator something is likely to happen. Computers are a great tool, and with cognitive computing, they can understand contents in a way that will go beyond human capacity.
5 years from now, computers will hear what matters. I'm Dmitry Konevsky. Today, I would like to talk to you about cognitive computing and sense of hearing. Many years ago, when I had my first child, I was frustrated. I often did not understand what she wants, why she is crying. In 5 years, we expect such application that when baby will start to talk to us, we'll have a system that understands what baby are saying and tells this to parents or to doctors. Cognitive computing, when it talk about application, means that we try to imitate how brain works. It trains much better system that has much better results. As an example, the big problem in Brazil, slides, flooding. So one solution for IBM lab to solve this, to put sensors that hear sound, so they can hear some movement in mountains. It can predict that maybe flooding is coming. So this is an example how hearing sensors can help to prevent catastrophes. So this is just one of application for hearing. So in 5 years you come here and I'll show you this.
5 years, a computer system will know what I like to eat better than I do. The way humans taste things, how they perceive flavor is very chemical and neural, right? So we have something on our tongue and in our nose, and we perceive the flavor by how the chemicals react with our neural system. In the future, a computer will be able to access large repositories of data that tell us about the chemical structure of various ingredients. It'll be able to tell us about what humans really perceive in terms of the flavors, and then be creative and actually put everything together. And so what we want to do is actually figure out what's good for humans, let's say, right? And develop machines that can actually help us achieve that. And so what we've been looking at is actually designing things, say recipes or other things, that taste good to humans, so people will want to eat it, but it's also healthy for them. So if you go to like a middle school, right, you'll see these kids, they get the lunch from the school. It's meant to be meeting the nutritional standards, but they often just like eat the brownie and throw the rest away. And so what we want to do is actually make the whole meal very flavorful, so you'll be achieving the nutritional objectives. In the future, you might have a web application that knows not only your personalized medical characteristics, but also your personalized taste. To take an example, a diabetic can't eat sugar, but in the future we might be able to model what it is that satisfies their sweet tooth, and actually develop flavors and recipes that'll be healthy for them. So in 5 years, the best recipes will start with the right molecules.
In 5 years, computers will have a sense of smell. If you smell a good wine, it is a very interesting scientific question to actually do understand what is it you smell with your nose. A cognitive computing system will try to do a similar thing as your brain. It will try to combine the information of the smell with all the other information you have. In the future, it is conceivable that a doctor will be able to diagnose a whole set of diseases based on your smell. An area which will be emerging will be home healthcare. Smelling diseases remotely and then communicating with a doctor will be one of the techniques which will promise to reduce cost in the healthcare sector. For example, your phone would know where you are, could smell things around you, maybe your breath. Your phone might know that you have a cold before you do.